Shouts out to my people. Shouts out to my people. Sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today we got a clip of Charleston White, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. Let's get it.
If you factor in child trauma, you factor in the abuse, you factor in neglect, that brain may not develop to 30. That's why you hear these old ass niggas like Jay-Z and them hollering 40 is the new 30. That's the lack of brain development for us to even think to process that. 30 is the new 20. That's us really saying we're really fucked up. There's no way that 30 can be the new 20. You have to think backwards.
But you taking it out of context.
No, I'm not. What's in a man's heart come out his mouth. If you say 40 is the new 30, you don't, so that means you're a 40-year-old, you still looking 30?
No, bro.
What are you saying then?
I remember that song, 30 is the new 20, yeah, I'm so hot, yeah. He's
still rapping about dope in his songs now. The song
cool,
God is.
But they're just like a lot of things being taken out of context. It was more or less like, yo, even though I'm older, I'm still able to, live a life that.
Not like a 30-year-old. That's the problem with the black man. He won't grow up. He won't grow up. He still want to be 40 and live like he's 30. What's wrong with being 40 and living like you're 40? Why you still want to live younger? The goal is to grow old, not get younger. So the goal ain't to keep all my black hair. The goal ain't to go and put a whole bunch of pretty white new teeth in my mouth the older I get. I'm gonna lose a side tooth. It's okay. I'm getting old. Nigga, I'm gonna get a bald spot. It's okay. I ain't got to go get the man weed. So that's what's happening, homie. We shaming old. So that's why the old niggas saying, oh, look at you, old nigga. Because we shame to be old. So our kids shame the old. Ain't nothing wrong with 40 being 40, my nigga.
Yeah.
That is definitely a gem. The goal is to grow old. That's facts. I got some grays popping in my beard, and a lot of people be pointing them out, making fun. But I be telling them, this is wisdom. And us as the black community, we ain't supposed to make it past 25. So Charleston White is definitely speaking facts. We have to appreciate getting older.
But what got you onto this activism in the community?
Because I had people who poured into me when I was a fool. So before I got out the juvenile system, I wasn't exposed to gangs.
Yes, sir.
I grew up in an upper middle class neighborhood with white kids from the 3rd grade. I don't know nothing about the hood shit. Nigga, I used to go to my Aunt B them house and see them nigga with the blue flags. And then I saw that shit on Colors, on TV. I didn't know what that shit was until I went into the juvenile system. So when I got into the juvenile system, you see rolling 60 Crips, you see rolling 30 Crips, you got Altadena Block Crips, you got original Swamp Compton Crips, you got Fire Deuce Hoover Crips, you got GDs, you got Black Gangster Disciples, you got Spanish Gang, so you got all these different gangs. And it ain't no football team. And I'm gonna be here for the next 4 to 7 years. Get in where you fit in.
Correct.
Because this the boy sport in here. So nigga, I joined the game. And when I got introduced to it, coming from and I want to say this to all the mamas, coming from a single parent home with just mama in the house, never been spanked by a man, never been disciplined by a man, never had a hug from a man, never been kicked in the ass by the man. When I got introduced to the gang, it was everything I was looking for. Nigga, I got an uncle in the gang. I got a big homie. I got a nigga playing OG just like the daddy. Yeah. I got brothers.
These are your male figures that
there you go. And they ain't number 2, 3 years older than me.
Yes, sir.
It's like the nigga in the 9th grade looking up to the senior. So, it's like the nigga in the 8th grade looking up to the 11th grader. He like a big homie. He like daddy. It's like a nigga in the 6th grade looking up to the nigga just got in college. He's still a kid too. But the 6th grade nigga don't know this.
Correct.
These the big homies now, nigga. These the daddies, these the uncles. And nigga, I fit right in and I became the little homie everybody loved. And I worked my way up the rankings. Showing out for them niggas. I just want to be accepted, nigga, so I'm gonna do what these niggas won't do. I'm the little nigga all the big homies love. So yeah, nigga, but it's people like me that's sitting back coming to work every day looking at this little nigga, reading books. Looking at him, his test scores, seeing he's smart, he got potential. His mama coming to see him. He making phone calls. He getting mail. He getting cards. He getting letters. Man, this little boy playing. These other kids ain't getting none of this. So you got workers who sitting back looking at the dynamics of all these kids they work with. And it's their job to say, man, why y'all hanging together? Y'all don't fit together. So it was the workers who was seeing the good in me. I ain't seeing the good in me because I'm playing bad. They seeing past the act. It's a facade. It's just a facade. Homie, I'm playing. Nigga, I ain't none of this shit. That's why it was so easy to quit when I got my senses. So it's some niggas get stuck playing that because they don't have no app.
You said something though, and I want you to say it.
Nigga, I got an app. I'm smart.
Yeah.
Nigga, I can pass my GED. I can take college courses. Nigga, I can go before the parole board and look at all these white people out and talk. There's a lot of niggas can't.
Yeah.
So they don't have no app.
I definitely feel Charleston White on this because it was a time period in my life where I went from going to an all-black school to switching and going to an all-white school. And that diversity really changed my life for the better. You know, I know how to speak with the different races, and it taught me different outlook and perspectives that really helped me in life. So I'm definitely with Charleston on that one. You know, having diversity, learning how to use your charisma, these things can open up different doors in your life.
Nigga, they ain't got no mama sending them scriptures. They ain't got no mama calling, praying with them. They ain't got none of it. So I'm hanging with these niggas with no app, but I got an app.
Yes, sir.
So it was the workers who made me realize, homie, you bullshitting. So when it was time for me to go back to court, part of the law is you go into the juvenile system until you're 18. 30 days prior to your 18th birthday, you go back before your sentencing judge. And the sentencing judge will make a determination whether you're going to be transferred to the adult prison system, whether you're paroled or you're recommitted back into the custody of the youth system. Now, if you're recommitted, then that means the juvenile system has jurisdiction over you until you're 21. You get out at 21 and you're free. Your record is sealed. If you go to prison, then you do the remaining of your 12 years. So I'd already done 4 years at this time on 12. My victim's family played a big part in me not going to prison. Because they was a forgiving white family. So I could never be angry and hate white people. Because I took a white man's life only for their family to be loving and forgiving. And so it's hard for me to develop hate in my heart. I hate things, but I don't hate people. So I actually got to look at these people and hear the words, I forgive you, we forgive you. Not only that, I had a compassionate judge. My judge is the same judge who sentenced the little white kid Ethan Couch to the 10 years probation for those 4 DWI murders. Judge Jean Boyd. So in her defense, many people believe she should have sent that little white kid to prison. And many people believe she should have sent me to prison because that was a recommendation for the state for me to be transferred to the adult prison system. Remember I told you my mother said, nah, I'm not asking for him to be released. If I would have been released at 18, I was bringing home the gangbanging mind. At 21, I brought home the youth advocate mind. Because in those 3 years, I began to work the programs.
Hold on, sit tight real quick. So you say at 18, you went back in front of the judge for
a transfer hearing to go to
transfer hearing. Your mom had the opportunity to either say,
I would have been paroled home that day. I would have came home and been on parole for 3 years.
And free in essence, but you had parole.
Yeah, I would have been free. I could have, at 18 years old.
And she said what?
The judge specifically said, Ms. White, are you asking for your son to be released today? And my mama looked at me and looked at the judge and said, no, Your Honor. I think he need to go back and work the programs.
Imagine if Charleston White would have got out at 18. We probably wouldn't know Charleston White today. He probably would have got out with the gang bang mindset instead of the activist mindset. And, you know, he probably would have went to jail or prison again. And this time, it probably would have been a worse sentencing. So the fact that everything took place how it did, I think it was perfectly aligned for Charleston White to grow the knowledge, to grow the experience, to be able to see the stereotypes and, you know, how the culture and society is, for him to be who he is. So it's really interesting to see, you know, how Charleston White became Charleston White.
Because they were great programs. They was programs that focused on not just rehabilitation, but resocialization and repairing a child from the childhood trauma that most children who commit these type of crimes endure. I hadn't really had no trauma, homie, that I thought at the time, other than the fact that my daddy wasn't there. That alone is trauma. Mm-hmm. That alone is traumatizing.
Yes, sir.
On top of the fact that your mother is there and she's not there, that's even more traumatizing. On top of the fact that you're having surgeries where you're being put to sleep, which is hindering some brain functions, right? So I learned a lot in those 3 years, but there's a fast growing process from 18 to 21 where a kid can develop and grow at such a rate, it surprises many. It's not a big difference from 18 to 21, but if you nurture a child and you put a child in the right environment, in the right setting, that kid can grow to full potential in 3 years.
I advise everybody to sit down, get in isolation, really get to know yourself, love yourself, grow, evolve. Just, you know, take that time to really know who you are. At least with me in the situation, it was like out of high school, you know, it's the party phase and you go through so many phases in life. If you don't sit down and really understand who you are, you can be lost for a long time. So I advise everybody to go through a phase where, you know, you just really invest in yourself, in growth, evolve, read books. Because I agree, it only takes about 2 or 3 years.
And that's what happened with me. So within 3 years, so from 18 to 21, I went from playing leader of the Rolling 60 gang to within 2 years, and this wasn't me fronting. This was the real me. I was fronting as a gang member. Mm-hmm. This was the real me excelling. Homie, they used to take me off campus. That's where I told you I spoke at Blinn College. I spoke at Texas A&M, Prairie View, every college in and around there, UT, the Aggies, all the high schools. So my last year and a half, 2 years of being locked up, I would go out and do public speakings and motivational speakings at colleges and universities and high schools. So they groomed me for this.
So I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. I hope you guys liked the clip. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. I love you guys. I see you on the next one. We out.